advice. Telepathy, a projection in the world of thoughts and dreams, does not respect our notion of space and in no way hinges on the distance between the subjects. As with most forms of magic, I'm told a vegetarian diet facilitates telepathic sensitivity. The middle pillar ritual, detailed earlier, is a far more solid way to increase one's sending and receiving capabilities. I have also heard of thought embedding, where an object is charged with the energies of a certain thought form. The object then becomes a receptacle for a deliberately created larva. The methods behind embedding a thought into someone else's mind and embedding it into an object are largely the same. The last kind of spirit is angels. Angels are holy and completely dedicated to the service of the light, or God. In this, I speak of only the angels who remain loyal to God, as opposed to the fallen angels, who I clumped into the demon category as those who wander or reach out from the infernal realms. In magical rituals, angels cannot be commanded to perform jobs that are adverse to their character. Any command given to an angel will be handed down to lesser spirits. Of the many angels and archangels, 4 reign supreme: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. As stated earlier, each person is assigned a guardian angel at birth, and it is the duty of this angel to counteract the negative whispering which stream from that person's demonic counterpart. This guardian angel is not entirely a separate being, but merely another part of the whole. It is this being who is separated from the whole by the veil that represents each person's direct connection to God. This entity does not tell lies, nor commandeer free will. Contrary to popular belief, this being is solely interested in your spiritual fate and does not concern itself with your mortal fate. Put simply, if your soul is more likely to enter into heaven by dying today, rather than years from now, your guardian angel will do nothing to spare you from today's danger. Self-preservation is, in many ways, the duty of your tutelary demon rather than your guardian angel. It is important not to confuse the light, which represents the guardian angel or God himself, with the light bringer, which is Prometheus. This balance of angel, demon, and man is the perfect way of ensuring free will, all while keeping man neck deep in a spiritual game. If the tutelary demon or guardian demon were to gain undue control over the wills of an individual, the result would be a decline in moral character, physical, and mental health. This being, which drives us to selfishness, greed, and base ambitions such as sex and power, is also responsible for many of the acts of our lives we call achievements. Pragmatism is the true way of our guardian demons. People who are under strong demonic influence are mean, distant, selfish, and disloyal. They are strangers to charity, because in the back of their mind is always the voice saying, "What's in it for me?" These individuals will also exhibit many self-destructive behaviors like drug use, promiscuous sex, overeating, gambling, etc. Individuals who are strongly under the influence of their guardian angel are gentle and unambitious. They will extend their resources to others with one act of charity after another until they've made themselves destitute. Their distaste for conflict makes them virtually defenseless, and their unwillingness to gain power over others leaves their sphere of influence extremely limited. They have a jovial spirit that not even the most dire conditions can crush, and are often treated with kindness, even by unkind people. Sending thoughts from one person to another can be done in multiple ways, even unconsciously, as stated earlier. If you were attempting telepathy, I would recommend you use multiple methods to achieve this. In order to use telepathy to implant thoughts, you must first understand this. Each person has a part of their body on every plane of existence, reaching all the way up to God himself. Telepathy is communication on the astral plane. The astral plane does not respect our sense of space and distances, yet still has separate locations. Like the internet parallel that I illustrated earlier, each of these locations can be accessed by a single mind. In the astral world, To imagine a thing is to access its location, and it is this location that you will direct your thoughts. Detailed visualizations of the target person or object must not be neglected. This is even more important than the method of thought transfer. First, imagine the person in the sharpest possible detail sitting in front of you. Begin to tell the person your thoughts, the command or message, and explain what you want them to do and why they should do it. Second, imagine yourself in their body, sitting in front of you, as if you've moved your consciousness and awareness into the target. After moving your consciousness into the target, you should then visualize looking back at yourself through their eyes. Imagine yourself detailing the command or message through their eyes. Imagine them complying to your demands. Third, imagine the command or message as a ball of energy or an image, and imagine that energy or image being inserted into the target person or object. The best way to communicate using telepathy is a Morse code system. In this system, the recipient must be ready to listen and must also know when one message ends and another begins. Find two index cards, and on them draw two completely different shapes. These shapes must be different in every possible way. I recommend drawing a large, solid black circle on one card, and a red X or plus sign on the other card, or perhaps an imperfect shape. Then, using the same techniques outlined earlier, begin sending a description of the shape on the card you currently hold. Avoid using telepathic negatives such as, "It is not solid," "It is not black," "It is not round." Confine your description to what the shape is, rather than what the shape isn't. When trying to send the shape drawn on one card, keep the shape drawn on the other card completely out of your mind. To transmit a certain shape, begin describing that shape in every possible way. For example, when transmitting the shape of the red X card, send concepts like red, has straight lines, empty on the inside. When describing the card with the black circle, send concepts like black, has only curves, is solid on the inside. It's important for the recipient to not try too hard, but instead allow the transmitted shape to form naturally in their mind. Spend at least 30 seconds transmitting the characteristics of each card before sending the next shape, and be sure to have the recipient record the message his mind received before moving on to the next card, or doing the same card again.